Hey everyone, it's that time again. I'm on my blue couches today. However, just want you all to see the blue couch and the brown curtain. I'm gonna make my way over to my Reiki massage table. And yes, I do distance learning on that. You see all my running shoes at the front door. Everybody knows what I do, huh? Like I said, my spirituality and my running. That's those are my things. So anyway, we got the mirror behind us, and I have finished my workout. My beads, my waist beads. I call them breast beads because they definitely aren't on my waist. So anyway, I'm coming to you tonight. Today is July the 22nd, and let's see if that's good. Yeah, so today is July the 22nd, and coming to you from Atlanta, the A, sitting at my Reiki table. It's like I'm doing Reiki while I'm doing this live. So I was thinking earlier today, I wanted to give myself some chimes, loosen up some of this energy. I just love the vibrations. Where can I do the Let me see. The rain's maybe stopping it. There we go. Okay. I just wanted to put my bubble up. It's a lot of energy coming in here, and yeah, just create a little sanctuary. I mean, there's always going to be different, energies, frequencies, and as you take your journey, you'll start noticing what frequency you start to level out on, and then as you level out on your frequency, you'll be able to travel between the different frequencies, and I will leave that all up to you. If you Google the spiritual frequencies, there's several of them, and you can just start out listening to whichever one that resonates with you. And so when we're talking about different things that are going on in the world, is basically what frequency are you swimming with? And if that's not your frequency, when you're listening to this YouTube, it's like, okay, that's not where I desire to be. Maybe I was there for whatever reason, and now I want to transfer to another frequency. So in just acknowledging that, whatever agreements that you made in the other frequencies that you feel are now pulling on you and are more lower level frequencies, then you want to go ahead and just consciously say out loud that you break any type of agreements, conscious or conscious, spiritual, physical, whatever agreements you made to be at this level, at this frequency or whatever, and you're no longer bound by that. You're awake and you're choosing your own path. I wanted to tell you all about my journey, and when I was talking yesterday, it's like, okay, I don't have to go that far back. You know what I'm saying? It's like just jump in. And then I realized that sometimes people may need to know, like, why should I trust her? You know, you're just another one of the millions of people on YouTube saying this or that or whatever. Like what makes you different? And so I'm just gonna talk. I'm talking until I'm not talking, and I'll be all over the place. So this video is just gonna be for those of you who need a little bit more, and there's several people on this journey with me. And again, like I said, they'll come in either sitting at the Reiki table or on the blue couch, my life partner, or anyone else who wants to join. If you look, I already have a video with my middle daughter, which is, to me, the best video, because it's like different people. I grew up the later part in the church. I spent a lot of time in the church growing up. Basically, everyone in my family's a minister, except for my younger sister. And just got through walking 4 miles. And so I've just seen a lot of things, and it's always gotten to me about people being hypocrites. And then it's always gotten to me about how, you know, in the church, when people were getting the Holy Ghost or jumping around and shouting, how the ministers, majority of the ministers, would just sit there like stone. And it's like, why aren't they like active like everyone else? And it's like, oh, well, they have to watch over everybody and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, for some part of it, okay, a lot of part it, not okay. You know, it just didn't seem cool to me. And so I wanted everyone to just be on the same level. We're just learning, we're just experiencing this, we're just finding our way, and there's no overseer, there's no one who just takes that position over everyone. So that stuff wasn't cool with me, especially the hypocritical aspect of it. So in leaving the church and not being in the church, is hypocrites everywhere. So, you know, even in the spiritual community or stuff like that. So it's understandable why people just aren't going to take what someone says and go run with it. A lot of people will. And for me, for people who are going to be taking this journey and starting their journey, I just have the desire to be transparent with you all, and let's take it from there. So I have been on a spiritual journey for over 20 years. The first part of it led me to stop calling myself by a Christian, and then just be available to the people that God sent. That was the first part of it. And then I was introduced to all different kind of spiritual background people. It's like God was bringing all different kind of people to me so I could see him in other religions and other people. And that lasted for several years. During this time, my intuition was fired up really, really high. And I really didn't understand it all. I was just getting messages for people. I would be going to Starbucks or different places and stuff, and the Spirit would be speaking to me about a person, and you know, I would be having these conversations with different people. At first, I was going up to people and talking to them, and then I was like, I just don't feel right. I said, if someone needs me, let them come up to me. So that was the wrong thing to say, because then people out of nowhere would start approaching me and talking to me about spiritual stuff. It would be overwhelming sometimes, because it's like as soon as you walk out the door. However, I was in the process of getting my degree in psychology, and all I did was go to school. I got a 4-year degree in 2 years, so I had like time on my hands. So like when I went out to one of the big box stores or to get coffee or to do anything or get gas, it wasn't really like I was in a rush, because it was like my time. So it was like the perfect time for Spirit to allow people to come, and I would just talk to people. And like I say, you all know all the answers. It's just like I'm just a person, a parrot. And so whatever you're telling me, and even if it's your verbal word or your spiritual, I'm just parroting it back to you, and you're able to hear it. Then also the same thing that happened, that just like I set that bubble around me just for fun, because I love my little Tibetan bowl, singing bowl. However, that happens automatically. I used to run a fitness boot camp in Washington, D.C. called Got Boot Camp. And the same thing would happen. I can use my voice, the tone of voice. Spirit would tell me the tone of voice to use, where to stand, and different things like that. And what would happen is certain laws of spirituality that are allowed to function. Like when anyone's in my sphere, certain things they're not allowed to bring in. And certain things aren't allowed to operate in there. Let me get more comfortable, because I did a boot camp workout and I did a 4-mile walk, and I am like, I know I'm getting tired. This is a difficult conversation. So anyway, things aren't allowed to operate, when I'm around. And so that 1 hour that I had people for the boot camp, then they were able to hear their own voice. It's like when they come around me, the energy and stuff that I have filters out the noise, and they're just hearing their own spirit talk to them. So that was like in the early 2000s. And my gift is just prevalent. It's just like that, it just happens, and it turns on when it's time to turn on. And some of the people I knew back in the day when I first got here in 2016, and we would laugh about, when I would start speaking, they're like, oh, well, you need a recorder, because the storm starts speaking to you. And then you ask her what she said, she's going to be like, I don't know what I said. Like, it's like when the anointing takes over, it just takes over. And I'm glad about that, because to me, it keeps my gift honorable, and it keeps me humble, because I'm not attached to my gift like that. So I'm grateful that it's like that, when spirit hits me, it's spirit talking, and I leave. And because that's really your business. What I talk to you about, that's your business, that's your stuff. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just a conduit. I'm just a parrot, just giving you back what you say to yourself, and you're just able to receive it and trust it, because it's not coming from you. And so what the goal is eventually is during this journey that you're on with me, is to reintroduce you to yourself. And in reintroducing you to yourself, and we go through a series of having time together and different things like that, our conversations eventually stop being where I'm talking to you about you, and where you're basically, oh wow, I had this experience today, and this is what happened, da, da, da. And then I heard my spirit say da 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 da, and then I said, okay, well, I'll follow that, and then this is what happened. So we start having these enjoyable conversations. At the same time, I'm here with you to go through those hard parts. And so the hard parts are just really hard. And that's why I say, if you're already under a doctor's care for your mental health, to just join in with your doctor. I'm available by Zoom or video chat or whatever means to, once you sign the waiver with your doctor, we just include your doctor on one of our conference calls, and we talk, and then we get permission about what you can and can't talk about, the different medications that you're on, so that I understand how what I'm saying to you, it may be spiritual, it may be correct. However, you're deep in your trauma, and it's not time for you to hear it right now. So there are some lesser things that we can work on, that you can do while your doctor is getting you healthier mentally and on that side, and I'm helping you spiritually. Like, if it's nothing, like we're not talking about anything that's going to trigger you, we're just doing Reiki sessions. You're sitting in on group Reiki, you're learning about crystals, you're going out and getting your own crystals, your own singing bowl, your own shamanic flute, your drums, your bells, whatever just brings you joy. You can tie your bells around your ankle. Mama, my spiritual person who sits over the tribe that I'm with, she ties them on her ankle, the bells on her ankle, and she just stomps around. I think it's so cute. So whatever just brings you joy and helps you with your meditation. So hang on for a minute. Let me get me some soursop tea. Hang on.